Hello and welcome to SAS Esports, guys. We are now back to the that is on Miramar map. This is the final stages of the game. We are in the Miramar map. It's in we can see Crater Fields is already there along with Edge currently rotating down towards El Ponzo area. Puya squad currently rotating around the compound. We can see NGC squad is already there in the water treatment area. Hasi and the Dil Petron area is already there. We can see Singi squad making the rotation around the compound as well. Singi squad in the cruiser developer area. We can see BME squad is also making the rotation along with TXT doing the same. The cruiser developer is already there. Squad is also making that rotation around the El Zahar area along with SMB squad is also there in El Zahar. Meanwhile, DT squad also making that rotation around the compound in Minas layer. NGC squad in the favorite Impala area. Also, we can see Noob squad making the rotation. So I think so NGC girls boys are moving towards the Poitapara CO area, but also making the rotation around the compound. So we can see Ella Cleans making around the rotation at the moment. Breezy is also there. Cleans is also there making the rotation. Your check is also in the around the rotation making the with that and we can see Breezy making the rotation in the same compound. Breezy is there and we can see a Singi squad has been making the rotation here. Making the Singi Sonsar is also there along with and Otase making the rotation around the compound of the Power Creek area. Meanwhile, we can see Hacienda del Petron currently taken by Ibex team. BMB making the rotation on the northern side of the compound. Cruz there area is there also on the SNG side. Rotation a Rich Horny DJ Tom around the compound. TF currently making the rotation on the TF with Laipata is there. We can see KB7 knocking off players. So Nobi boys and KB7 side, that is Nobi boys and and NGC boys are currently fighting at the moment. Monger has been knocked down. Shetri has been finished off. Rai is there all around. Zai manages to hit one member. Now Rai has to fight. Now Rai is right just outside the compound, inside the truck at the moment making the rotation. Meanwhile, NGC squad is also there around the right hand side. NGC boys KB7 making the rotation around the compound. In the other side, we can see now Zen is also making the move as well. We can see Nobi Rai is already there making the rotation. Zen is also there. We can see Mr. Nobi Rai making the rotation. KB7 also making the Puya Ghost is currently knocking off players and Medusa has been knocked out. Medusa currently being knocked out at the moment. We can see Rex is also there. Ghost and Rex and Wicked and making the rotation around the compound. Meanwhile, NGC Fate is currently making the rotation as of now. Medusa is the Fate. Medusa is the has to be revived on time. And Fate is also making the rotation. Zhang is already there currently trying to rotate. And Raghu is also there making the rotation around the compound. So we can see all the Kido, Ghost, Rex and Wicket is also making the rotation around the same compound as well. So this is a rotation currently looking like a strong rotation from the squad, and we can see NGC Zhang is already there making a move around the compound area. Meanwhile, NGC Fate is already there around the compound. We can see NGC Fate around the compound making the rotation as well, and we can see Raghu is also there around the compound. Medusa currently making the rotation. So this is what we can see. NGC girls team currently around the area. Medusa, Fate, Zhang 37 and Raghu is also making the same move. We can see BME Mingma is already there. BMB now fighting around the compound. We can see Madman is there with Mingma, Renegade and Madman. So Madman is already there. BME, Madman, OP. we can see BME Madman OP is there. Madman OP is there around the compound, and we can see. So BME Renegade is also making the rotation around the compound. BME Madman is there along with Myanmar and Mr. Madman. So Mr. Madman is already there around the compound, and we can see TF Squad is already there in the compound. TF Squad Laipata is there along with TG. TF Panic got Laipata, and Felix is already there on the compound or making the rotation as well. Now Felix is there making at the side of the compound. Felix 787 Ray is already there. A Panic God is also there around the compound making the same move, and this is a very strong move currently rotation currently. We can see TF Laipata making the same move. So DT Scott making the rotation around the compound. We can see a DT with Hulk, Punk, Bunny, and Zeref is already there on the compound. Nobi Rai making the rotation as well, and Nobi Rai is all alone at the compound. NGC Dawn is currently in the Porta Pada CO area, but we let's see PQ and Scott any movement. We can see Ella Scott now making the rotation around the compound. Ella Scott with Breezy Assassin Clinks making the rotation around on the northern side of the compound. Ella Clinks has been shifted around the movement, and we can see they are currently on the other side of the compound. Breezy is there with Clinks and Kaido Chase, so making this rotation funny very strong at the moment. We tried is already there on the compound making the rotation. We tried with that Blay Figgot Oti Machi is already there around the compound. LG Deepin is already there with LG John and Dave and Kazama and John making the rotation as well. Is currently around the rotating around the compound. And we can see CT Scott is also making the rotation as well. CT Omnusa, DD Dirty Grandpa, TD Vigilant, and Phoenix is there. Omnusa is the Dirty Grandpa, and we can see Vigilant also making the rotation. CT Phoenix is already there in the compound. Keep making the rotation around the area. Singi is also making the rotation. So meanwhile, we can see so Singi Sonsa is currently at the other. We can see Madara Otachi is already there with Sonsa currently. Rotation is around the compound as well. We can see Kaidoche is there with rotation. Breezy is also there with Clinks at the other side of the compound, and let's see how well the rotation will fall. Kaidoche is there, Breezy is there, Clinks is also there and making the rotation as well. Sianda area currently taken by the NGC girls team. NGC girls team currently making the rotation. Rex is currently far away from his teammates making the long rotation as well. And we can see Mingma is also there from the BME squad. Shinobi squad from the northern side of the compound trying to make the rotation. BME Penjot is there with Kom, Upright and Yasha as well. Meanwhile, on the southern side, we can see Tora of Mother area currently taken by the SNG squad. SNG squad is there with Rich Horny, DJ Town, Failure and TSEJRD. Meanwhile, we can see now TXT squad is also making the rotation around the compound. TXT currently with Levio, Nasty, OP, TSS 777, and we can see other players as well making the rotation around the compound. Nasty, OP, 777 around the compound. We can see TF squad now making all the way towards Felix 787 Ray, Laipata Panic God, Sasuke God, and Felix 787 Ray, Laipata 787 Panic God, and Sasuke God is already there. Meanwhile, we can see now squad number 18 is also making the last rotation. Squad number 18, that is the Ibex team currently making the rotation. We can see Uki with that amazing clutch on the second match in Miramar making rotation, and this, let's see how well they'll try to rotate on the back. Notice already there is no Bravo TL. Augusto is also the Ibex team. Let's see how well they will play in this game. They got, unfortunately they got knocked out early in the second match, but they are ready for an engagement. Meanwhile, we can see airdrop number 3 has already been fallen out, and this airdrop number 3 is that of A3 5.56 bullets and adrenaline syringe with level 3 backpack and equipment. So airdrop number 3 is already there. So meanwhile, we can see airdrop number 5 slowly falling down at the compound, and we can see airdrop number 5 consists of arm with 300 magnum bullets, tactical stuff, military vest level, and backpack as well. So LG squad is in the near vicinity to to trade that loot. Meanwhile, we can see Kaido Chen is there now quite trying to rotate, making sure they have the rotation. Dave is already there in the compound. Deeping is also there making the rotation. El Kazama is also trying to make their rotation around the compound, and this looks like a very interesting gameplay. Ella Assassin is already there. Breezy is there. Dream is already there. Cleans is also there making the rotation. Let's see how LJ Deepin will try to rotate. LJ Deepin currently taking the loot, making sure they are inside the game, trying to rotate at the moment. And we can see now Ella squad at the southern side of the compound, making sure they are ready for any engagement on the northern side. We can see now Sinky squad is also trying to do the same. Sinky squad trying to rotate around the compound. They are trying to loot as much as they can. And there we can see Pride manages to get SNB Yasa with his own grenades. I think so that is a mishap currently going around the compound, but NGC Medusa manages to go with Comb as well, taking advantage of that in unfortunate grenade by SNB. Now SNB can see NGC Bursting currently fighting with Pride. Pride has been knocked on. Zhang is coming for the backup, trying to finish up last member. Penjo is the load cover at the moment. Sprays are being connected. We can see NGC Zhang trying to find out the young bomber. Yasa is there. Penjut is trying to make a rotation, trying to fall back. His wicket to team member. Zhang is trying to fight out. Yasa has been finished off. One surviving member of SNB. SNB has been going. The SNB has been knocked down by Medusa, and what a gameplay. GG gameplay by NG Medusa manages to get knocked. Manages to knock out the member of SNB, and with that SNB squad are the first one to be knocked out of the game. Meanwhile, we can see now Puya squad are currently fighting out. SNG DJ has been knocked on. Puya Ghost has been finished off. Rex is already there with wicket. Kido is also making the rotation as well. We can see Puya Rex currently waiting revived by his opponent. Meanwhile, wicket and Kido is already there on the northern side of the compound. We trying to apply all the first aid kit as much as he can. Meanwhile, we can see the flip got on the southern side of the compound trying to rotate as well. Now Puya is currently at the center of the game, trying to make the rotation, making sure they are far away from the spots are being connected perfectly. Ghost is currently low on health. One more that knock, but unfortunately Puya survived at the end, surviving with only one active, applying bandages as well, but the vehicle is completely destroyed, and with that Puya currently holding a nearest compound. They have to make their way. They are applying bandages as well. Blay is already there with Flipkart. Meanwhile, Kido is also making the rotation around the compound. Authentic is there. We tried Authentic is already there, and we can see Authentic with that car 98 making the rotation around the compound. Ghost is there. Puya Kido manages to get Maichi. Maichi has been locked up. Flipkart is also trying to make the rotation. Flipkart acts with that pickup truck trying to make the rotation around the compound, but let's see Puya goes first. So the wicket is also the Kido and Rex trying to make the rotation. Flipkart is trying to make the dirty jumper, manages to get Madara has been knocked on. Machi is going for will be revived by Blay at the moment, but Authentic is far away on the reach edge side. He's getting that high edge advantage. He's trying to finish off Puya Scott as much as he can. So let's see if Authentic is ready for the engagement. Flipkart is there on the buggy as well, ready for engagement. Flipkart on the southern side, we can see Blay is also there, Machi is there, Orti is also there on the nearest compound, Puya on the southern side. Let's see if they can make that rotation as well. But as of now, the Shinobi squad are the first one to be knocked out of the game, and they are currently, you can see we tried are currently flanking back at the moment, not making sure they survive till the end. Puya are all inside the zone at the moment. NGC girls team has to make that rotation from the Halcyon Deep Patron, now making towards the southern side. TXT squad are currently on the other side of the compound. BNE has going for the base to edge. So as NGC guys is making the same movement as well, and we can see NGC Fate is on the northern side of the compound, making the rotation around the compound. This is a very interesting gameplay. Around the edge of the compound, and let's see how well they will try to strategize around the compound. SMG is already the Rich Honey, DJ Tham, and Filia is also making. Levio is also there around the compound, and we can see TXT apparently been knocked out of the game. Levio, Fade 95, Nasty OP, TXT 777 is already there in the compound. Meanwhile, we can see Puya Scott are being getting we are being removed off the main. We can see Wicket is currently trying to tap shot with that SK as Puya. Rex is already there in the compound. Kido is also trying to make the rotation. Ghost is already there around the same area as well. So this is an interesting gameplay currently going around the Puya squad. We can see BRDM currently on the hands of T. It has to make that rotation around the compound, but the zone has now hard shifted towards the southern portion. Currently, NJC guys who was trying to make the entry on the northern side are at the center of the zone. A lot of squad has to make the rotation. CT already inside the compound. DPin is LG. DPin is also there, and we can see DT now making the rotation around the compound. Zeref, Bunny, Hulk, and Adu Punk is also there, and we can see TF already also making the Nobi Boys is also there around the compound. TXT Singi, NGC Faith, and DT Bunny is the Singi Mother currently making the rotation around the compound. Same side we can see. Meanwhile, BNE Renegade is also trying to rotate around the compound. This is another rotation we are expecting from the BNE guys. So let's see. On the other side of the compound, we can see bus is being traveled around the compound. NGC boys teams are also doing the Madara trying to drop down as fast as we can see. This squad also making the rotation. KD7 is also there making the rotation as well. So let's see, 3 kills already for NGC boys team at the center of the map, but they're moving far away now. We can see TXT making the rotation along with SNG guys, and they have to fight the zone. NGC girls team are also side of the zone. They also have to make a long rotation around the compound, but let's see who makes it. We tried squad already making the entry inside the edge of the zone. We can see John is at the Lost Leonis area. There is a big compound in this Lost Leonis, which we can see a lot of hiding spot inside the building. So this might be a good location for many of the squad, but we can see the squad are being knocked out. Black Naughty has been knocked on. Ibex losing one member. We can see Uki is already there with August D. Meanwhile, on the other side, Mighty is on the compound. Blay is there with Flipkart, and Singi Otase is also making the rotation as well, along with Madara and Sonsa. Sonsa is also there now. Rotation falling strong at the moment, and we can see the Puya squad is making the rotation. They are still on the northern side of the compound. They have to make sure they are ready, and we can see as well Singi squad is trying to make the rotation as well. So late rotation currently going on from the squad members. BME losing a member as well. BME Renegade will be revived, is being revived, and target no squad as of now, but Shinobi squad are the first one to be knocked out. Mr. Nobi is still surviving for the Nobi boys. We have casualty from Ibex and TXT team, but rest of the players, I have all the 4 members. Ibex still knocked on. LG squad knocking out players. there with Dave, Kazama and Zone trying to make the rotation. Zone is also there on the northern side of the compound. DP is already there. Dave is also making the meter match. Is already there on the other side of the compound. Meanwhile, we can see now NGC boys team has managed to get the last member of the Mr. Nobi boys, and I think so Nobi boys are the second team to be knocked out of the game. Let's focus. So drop is already there on the compound. Drop has been looted. I get airdrop number 7 has been looted, and we focus back to NGC guys. Now NGC guys getting a final kill from the Nobi boys up the kill to 4, and they got a complete squad wipe for the Nobi boys. Nobi boys has now been finished off by the members of NGC boys team, and that is the second team to be knocked out. Meanwhile, we can see TXT manages to get BME players are being knocked out. Madman OP is the second casualty. Now Renegade has to revive. Now Zone is also shrinking at the moment, and this is a very tough situation for the moment. SNG FIA is also making the rotation around the safe zone. We can see TXT doing the same thing as well. TXT losing Levio at 777 has to be revived on target. Nasty OP low on 95 is also the other southern side of the compound. CT Phoenix trying to rotate at the compound. We can see CT Phoenix manages to get Fate 95. Fate 95 has been knocked out around the compound. We can see Nasty OP still low on health, and this is a very tough situation. City Phoenix is there, Amnusa is the Dirty Grandpa, Vigilant Phoenix is also there around rotating around the compound. So Dirty Grandpa is ready for an engagement. Meanwhile, on the left hand side, we can see LG Squad is also trying to do the same. LG Squad with Zone, Dave, Kazama and Beacon also trying to make a rotation around the compound. City Squad doing the same thing as well. You can see City Phoenix is there with Amnusa trying to make a rotation. Fights are breaking, but at the moment we can see clear. City that Phoenix is low on her. NGC boys team are being engaged by City team. We are moving towards the compound NGC boys, and this is a very intense game. Phoenix, Vigilant, Amnusa and Phoenix is all the edges of the zone. Dawn, KB7, Bope is also there on the near. Vigilant has been connected. Vigilant makes that drop. He smashes up in the container side. Now he's ready for the invasion. The CT versus NGC boys team in the same area, guys. NGC versus CT. Now both of them holding each compound as well. They are high alert. We can see 95 manages to get Madman. Madman has been knocked down and finished up by Fate. BME manages to get Nasty OP. Nasty OP has been knocked down. Nasty OP on the other side. And let's see how well the rest of the team are. DT is there around the compound. NGC boys team is there with Hope and Zen. City Vigilant is already there around the compound. Phoenix is there with Amnusa, Dirty Grandpa, Vigilant and Phoenix. On the compound we can see NGC Phoenix is entering inside the warehouse, and Zen is already there on the compound. Vigilant is already City Vigilant is there only. Amnusa, Dirty Grandpa is there. Vigilant is already there in the compound. Elgina Fate 95 manages to get Renegade. Renegade has been knocked on, but are still fighting inside this blue zone. Fate 95 is the lone survivor at the moment. TXT guys having great games, and Mighty manages to finish off SNG with that shot on target, and they have been finished. But Fate now trying to finish off the game. It's a blue zone battle going out. BME losing a lot of play. Health is shrinking after the grenades are being like Deepin manages and Fia with that grenade, and still SNG gods are surviving. It's a 1v2 situation, as you can see. Fate 91 with the grenade. Opponent BME and the players are still fighting inside the zone. B zone manages to get BME. Mingma has been killed by the zone, and now the zone is hurting both players as well, and I don't think so both will survive. Hold by TXT members. TXT members, no, they will not survive, and they make sure they hold the opponent as well, so that the opponent team, and with that we can are getting finished one after the other. BME and TXT, oh my god, what a gameplay by Fate. Fate knew that there is only one survivor, and he was trying hard to defend as well. He holded the opponent perfectly well, and with that both teams are being knocked down. SNG squad has been finished off by LJ squad. Land of Juice has knocking all the players. DP manages with 2 kills now. 11 teams still survive at the edge of the zone, and you can see squad now has to make this entry inside this small zone, and this is an intense fight. Players still alive. What an intense gameplay. What a fight currently breaking out between this team. So meanwhile, we can see now Zon is also making the rotation around the compound. We can see Faith is already the TF. Sasuke is also making the rotation. DT squad is also doing the same. Abron is there along with Hulk, Bunny and Zeref. So let's see how the rotation will fall around the compound. We can see Kido on the other side of the compound has to fight out the members of DT squad. DT versus Puya on the southern side of the compound near the old field area, and let's see TF squad also currently holding the compound as well. So all the squad are making sure they are ready for an engagement. DT squad is there with the red fight at from high has been more than jumps out from is low on, and DT can be making the show as well as SasEsports God is also there. Laipata along with Felix currently making the rotation as well on the other side. So they're currently on the same side. We can see Adpong is there. All has been revived at the moment. DT making sure they are ready for an engagement. Puya squad is currently rotating at the compound. They are making sure they are ready for an engagement. DT Hulk, Adpong is also there. Bunny is also there. TF 787 Ray, Sasuke God, Laipata is also around the same compound as well. We can see NGC Medusa is there with Zan 37, and we can see NG Medusa over 2 and Zan 37 around the same compound as well. That is it. Meanwhile, we can see tries breaking off on all defenses. Snowy is also there surviving at the end. Zone is now slowly shrinking. Zone number 5 is there, but we still have 41 players, guys. Day 2 is looking like a very intense day currently at the moment, but we can see now 11 teams still surviving. ECT squad still inside the breach. Dirty Grandpa low on now has been won by the zone. We can see NBC bursting right inside the edges of the same zone. Fate is trying to make that entry. Zhang manages with City still. With that, City squad has been knocked out. Now we can see DT squad is also the TF squad around the same comp. The Ibex team currently on the southern side of both manages to get LG deep in. LG deep in has been knocked on. Singi is there around the same compound. Otase is there. We can see Retried making the same move as well, and with that we can see so many squad has been knocked out. And so we can see the squad is not playing. Zeref has been knocked out. We can see rest of the teams has to make their entry. Now Snowy squad, sorry, Apex team is running on the southern side of the world. Priya is trying to make a rotation around the compound, around the state. They are trying to make their entry, but that is an open field, and this is a very tough situation for Priya squad to make their entry. Matchy manages to get TIL at the moment. Zone will string after 34 seconds, and there's very little compound to be hold, and this is a very tough spot for the team as well. As Snowy Uki is there along with Augusto Babo is also there around the compound. Puya Kido Wicked Ghost Rex is also there. Bunny is trying to rotate as well, and we can see Hulk is there with Zeref. Artpunk is also has to make the rotation, and we can see Felix is also there around the compound. We can see NGC John manages Deeping and Singing has been knocked out around the compound, and we can see NGC also the last of the manages to get knocked out. Game is already now done. Players trying to make it easy inside the circle. With that vehicle compound, they are making the game is an aggressive game. So we can see a lot of fights getting on all the way. 57 has been knocked out, and NGC guys also fighting around the compound. All different manages to play small with it. We can see DT squad making the entry inside the compound. Players squad around the compound. DT squad is there. DT Zeraf is on low on health. You can see 7 teams there. LG's team surviving. Singi squad is already there. Puya Rex managed to get 80 points, and let's see around the compound we can see this motivation is going on at the moment. Singi Madara making the sure they are ready for the LG teams, and NGC guys are in the same compound. TF Mapata has been finished up. Puyagos managed to Bunny. NGC Zang 37 has been killed by the zone. 7 teams still surviving. We can see Ella squad still surviving low on at the edges of the zone. Has to after 1 minute, and we can see TF squad manages to get no low. Ghost is low on health. Ghost is alone survivor at the moment. Jacob is trying to fight as much as he can. Laipata is there on the other side. Jared is here, and Jared has to make sure he got that revive on his team next time. But at the moment we can see Retry squad has currently taken the control of the zone, and this is an intense fight currently breaking out between them, and let's see how well they will try. City squad trying to make it show. We can see Jared is already is already making the rotation. Singi Scott is there around the compound. Sosa is there. Madara is also there on the near compound. We tried making sure NGC boys team are making the comeback around the compound. NG team has been finished up. DT Hulk still surviving at the moment. Actually, Bob, Zen and Don is also there on the nearest compound. We tried is trying to make the rotation. We tried is ready, and they know that there is a Scott coming from the other side, left hand side of the motion, but we still have seen the other side being fired. Now fights breaking out between the teams. Puya team, Ghost Kido is also there. DT currently holding the compound inside the broken building. Sonsa Man's has been knocked on. Ghost trying to push in. Machi is trying to blame. Machi Flipkart is already there. It's slowly closing up. Now Scott has to fight the battle. This is an intense gameplay currently. We can see from the drone view all the rotation going strong from the squad from all different directions. And we can see Blade Kido is also low on her. Flipkart is all along for his team from weak. We can see Ghost is Kido is trying to revive his teammates as much as he can. Let's see if they can trying to stop Puya Scott has been finished off with that one out of launch, and DT Hulk is still surviving at the moment. DT Hulk inside the game, and what an intense gameplay currently working out. We can see top 3 streams surviving. DT still alone. We can see Flipkart with that monotop right on target on Puya Scott has been finished up, but DT Hulk keeping his calm cool inside this last zone, doesn't want to engage in fight, and they are taking advantage of the third party from all different directions, making a perfect rotation around the compound. They are inside the safe zone. NGC Zen is already there with NGC Bo, Flipkart, Mighty DT Hulk, and they are around the compound. NGC currently rotating. We can see Zen is there. Boop is also making the rotation. Flipkart is already there in the compound. We can see DT Hulk is also making the rotation as well. And this is a spot where it's a very tough situation. It's a 2v1 situation. 5 players still arriving. 3 teams surviving. Let's see who will take. DT Hulk is trying to make sure he's making sure, and we tried matching. V-Tide match is trying to do the same. DT Hulk, we can see DT Hulk has been finished. Match is low on health. We've got low on health. NGC boys been trying to make the rotation. They are 2v1. We've got low on health. Bob has been finished. Zen is the lone survivor. 1v1 situation at the edges of the fight, and let's see how break. And what a grenade launch now. Zen is trying to fight out the main ball. Zen has been knocked down. Flipkart has been, let's see who got that last finish. It is, yes, we tried. Flipkart get that last finish over NGC guys team, and with that we tried Scott got that chicken dinner in the third match of this grand finals, and with that second position taken by NJC and DT Scott. Puya taking the third position, and Singi taking the fifth position, sixth by LJ, and Asas Ella Scott taking the seventh position. So this is the match 3, guys. We'll move towards the match and the final match of match 4 that will be on Erangel, and with that we'll see how it will go.